Today's episode of The Mom Game is brought to you by our friends at Gateway Buick GMC at LBJ and Jupiter. I know that buying a car can be stressful, but not at Gateway, because their slogan is Gateway's Got It. And just what does that mean? Well, it means Gateway's got a wide selection of new Buicks, GMCs, and GM certified used vehicles, all competitively priced. Gateway's got it. In these busy times, you want a car dealer who makes things easy and convenient. Well, guess what? Gateway's got it. When you log on to gatewaybuickgmc.com, look for the Shop, Click, Drive button. This allows you to shop from the comfort of your home, and who doesn't want that? In fact, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1, select your vehicle. 2, create your offer. 3, schedule your delivery. And on top of all this, Gateway Buick GMC offers complimentary car washes for life. So when you want a dealer who has it all, Gateway's got it. You can find them online at gatewaybuickgmc.com or shop in person at LBJ and Jupiter. GMC, we are professional grade. Experience the new Buick. And welcome to episode 1, 2, 3. Is that right? 1, 2, 3 of The Mom Game.
Yeah.
Episode 1, 2, 3 of The Mom Game. I'm Emily Jones. She is Julie Dobbs. We are not together. We are apart, but we are here with you, even though we are in 2 separate, different countries.
We are in 2 separate, different countries.
Julie, you are in Canada, and I hear the weather is amazeballs in Canada.
It is. Yes, I'm in Canada visiting my husband's family. And yesterday, the high was 78.
Oh, stop it. Shut your mouth right now and just shut it. Shut it.
How would we do a podcast?
What? Oh, if I hear you shut your mouth.
Yes.
Okay. Good point. Continue on.
Yeah, it is amazing. And I did do like the a-hole thing yesterday, because whenever I'm in Texas and I'm looking at people's like Instagram stories or whatever, and they're somewhere else and they're doing the temperature, I'm like,
F you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yesterday I did it. It's too hard not to. It's like you just
want to rub it in. I get
a little bit. And it's like, it's this weird feeling like when you're in Texas, you forget that there's places that aren't as miserable. And then it's like, why am I here? What am I doing here when there's places there? But yeah, the weather is wonderful. It's a beautiful place. We have not been here in 3 years due to COVID and the border closure and everything else. So it's been super fun to have all of the cousins back together. And
do they remember each other?
Well, Ryder and Eliza definitely do. The older ones, they're 7. So we were coming up here every summer, and they came to Dallas a few times, the first like 4 years of their life. But Jamie and Anna, the younger ones, it was really sad. So like they met when they were both 1, when we were up here, and then they've talked on FaceTime and that's it. So we come up here 3 years later, and it was like an awkward, like, here, Anna, this is your cousin Jamie, like, and this is your Aunt Leah, like introducing them.
Yeah.
You know, it's like they had a little memory from when they were 1, but not enough to be like, oh, run up and give them a hug.
Right.
So it was this really awkward thing. And we all like, it was heartbreaking a little bit because we're all like super close, but it was literally like technicalities that kept us away for so long.
So here's a random question. When do you think kids start remembering stuff? Because I feel like there's 0 chance they remember anything at 1.
I know. I thought that too. And I know I don't remember anything at 1.
I don't remember anything before 5.
Well, then what are we doing with our kids for 5 years? Like we could literally just put them in front of a TV and leave.
I totally missed a golden opportunity to just completely drop the ball as a parent.
I know. I'm like, if we don't remember shit until 5, why are we wasting so much time and energy and money taking them all around all these play areas? Let's have a play date. Make sure you have a really good friend in this class and that class. It's like, you don't remember anything. So I think there's something that they do remember. And I think, because when I was looking at pictures from when we were here last and they were 1, like I feel like Anna was capable of making memories, if that makes sense. Like being out on the boat and meeting her cousin, but now they just don't remember. So anyway, I I would like to think that something in that first year or 2 years or 5 years matters, but
Yeah, it does. Sure, it does.
it's a good question.
It is a good question. When do memories start? And
Yeah.
but like I don't know if I believe people who say like really early. Like I remember when I was one. Like I'm like I kind of think you're full of shit. Like
Yeah. If someone's like, oh yeah, I remember when I remember my first bite of food and how
yeah,
delicious it tasted. It's like,
yeah,
no,
no.
no. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're in Canada. I'm in Fort Worth. We'll both be on vacation next week. And just as a like a little teaser for next week's show, one of the most wheels off shows ever.
And that's saying a lot.
And hopefully we make it because there was death talk and I'm still freaked out about it. Until that show airs, I'm not going to feel like I'm out of the woods.
Yeah. I'm
far as
seeing
being
it. I mean, I had to hop on a flight,
You know, we,
2
yeah.
flights, 3 flights, a seaplane. Those were
And a,
ridiculous.
and a seaplane. So yeah, so next week's show is totally just off the rails from the very beginning. So definitely check us out, even though it was taped before, it still is totally
And we had to have
podcast gold.
a guest co-host come finish the job. So you don't even know what happened at the end.
Oh, I don't.
It got even a little weirder.
Maybe I'll have to listen to our podcast for the first time in the history of the show. I will.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're in Canada, I'm in Fort Worth, and we talked about on last week's show that I would be in the middle of the Great McCoy clean out of 20.
Yeah, I've heard it's been in the news and everything. I've heard all about it.
I'm not in the middle of it. I'm effing done with it. Completely slayed the clean out game. I cannot tell you how like dialed in I feel, how good I like for someone with my personality to get through this project. It's so sad because it's like, I'm just like, I feel like I conquer the world right now. Like there's nothing I can't do because I just got this shit done.
Well,
it's still at camp. It's like,
oh my gosh.
Yeah. We have dinners planned the next 3 nights. We've had 2 dates, like at home, like cooked dinner, at home. And then took my mom to dinner last night. We have dinner with friends the next 2 nights. And then we'll go pick up the kids from camp and then go to Florida for vacation. Like I am so dialed in right now. I can't even tell you.
Living the dream. So when you're doing your house project, are you like, do you lock in to where you can't do anything else until it's done? Or do you have like a day by day goal that you set?
Glad you asked because I started early. So we got a COVID scare at camp.
Oh,
yeah. Like on Wednesday of week 1. And so I kind of started to panic a little bit. It was, COVID a case in each one of the kids' cabins. They basically are like, we sent the kids that have COVID home. Let us know if you have any concerns. And I was like, no concerns here. Totally fine. But I'm thinking if there becomes like an outbreak and we've got to get the kids early, and then I'm starting to panic. So I started the project Friday. I still had to work all weekend before the All-Star break. So I started the project Friday. I had all morning. So I'm like, I'm just going to start upstairs. And so what I do is I make a list. I texted you the list of every room in the house and then put a check. Every room, every closet, every space, including the attic, the grill area outside, like everything. And so I started with the rooms I knew I could knock out. Upstairs was pretty manageable. So that took me like all day Friday. And then after that, I would just do a little bit after work, before work, all that kind of stuff. And so by the time Monday got here, which was my first day off for the All-Star break, I had like 2 projects to do. And it was amazing. So then I got through those. And then so by Tuesday at like noon, I was completely done.
Wow.
And I feel so good about it.
I've been trying to do something like that for about 4 years. Like I've been trying to do like a little fraction of that for like 4 years. Like I don't know how you can just buckle down.
So it was 14 hours. I calculated it up, like how many hours I spent each day. 14 hours.
Did you take Adderall or like how?
No. No, but once you get, it's like adrenaline. Like you just get.
Not for me. If I'm doing something terrible, I try to distract myself in every way possible.
But see, I don't view it as terrible. I view it as wonderful. I can't wait for the feeling after I'm done. So it was 14 hours spread over 5 days, and every single minute was worth it. I feel so amazing.
Well, and
so alive.
I like that you even noticed that some of your before and after pictures are really, really similar. Like, I don't know what you did in the garage.
Wait, zoom in to see what I actually did.
Yeah, I've never known someone who weeds out more often than you, but it's
So
awesome.
anyway, that's what I've been doing. Now I'm just gonna party so hard for the next 10 days. I can't wait.
Well, good. I'm glad you have a clear brain.
I do. Clear brain, clear eyes, clear heart, can't lose, or whatever they
Can't,
said on
can't lose.
Friday Night Lights. Speaking of, I reached out to my friend Brad Leland, who was Buddy Garrity on
Yeah.
Friday Night Lights. He wants to come on. So we
Oh, great.
yeah.
Yeah, he's a follower of us, right?
I have so many funny stories about him. I love him. I love him big time. He's
I
great.
would love that.
Great dude. Okay, so let's start. You're gonna do a little sports. Do we have a sponsor for sports, or are we saving our sponsors for later?
Yeah, we're saving our sponsors.
Well, I don't know if we're gonna have. I think we're gonna cover what's on the news in our feed. So let's do a little Globe Life loving right here.
Let's do it.
A little Globe Life loving. I'll give them some love. Okay, because we love our friends at Globe Life, and they are bringing us sports. So as you know, the job market right now is a different landscape than it used to be. So whether you're attempting to balance your work and home life or find a career that aligns with your goals and needs, it is a lot to juggle. If you're looking for a career path that offers a flexible schedule, the ability to make a difference, and the independence to build your own business, take a look at Globe Life. Anyone watching the Texas Rangers play has seen the name Globe Life, but what you may not know is how much opportunity is there and how many successful women thrive in their careers with Globe Life. If you've never considered the insurance industry, you should know that a growing number of women are finding great success within it. Globe Life has been around for generations and prides itself on its commitment to make tomorrow better. With virtual and in-person business models, you can find success wherever you are. If you want to be paid what you're worth, keep a flexible schedule, and find meaning in your career while being engaged in what matters most at home, reach out to Globe Life today at globelifeagents.com. It could change your trajectory in a way you never thought possible. That's globelifeagents.com to discover what a career at Globe Life can do for you. All right, some sports. Jules, what do we got?
Sports. So Rangers hit the All-Star break. Where are we at with the All-Star break?
And we're 8 games under 500.
8 games under 500. Okay.
And that's the most we've been under 500 all year.
Oh,
It's like
really?
we were 6-14 to start the season.
Okay.
So that's I call it it's the low water mark, and we're back to 8 games below 500.
Darn. Well,
We got swept at 4-game series sweep to the freaking Mariners. It was a total gut punch. Like, just kick me in the nuts, even though.
Yeah. That's a shame. But it seems like there have been some exciting like moments and some players are coming alive and all of that.
Yeah, you just don't want to limp into the All-Star break like that. And then they like belly crawled to the
into the All-Star break. So but the draft seems like it was good.
Yeah, a lot of intrigue there with I love the Kumar Rocker pick. Like super love the Kumar Rocker pick. There's some shadiness with his medical issues. I just can't imagine they would have used that pick if they were concerned about that.
They've done their due diligence. You always assume the team knows more than like the fans.
Yeah. You
right?
think? Yeah. So I totally dig it. I think he's a guy that could make an impact. And then the other Brock Porter that they got, the high school kid that's like supposed to be, lights out. And apparently there was some kind of finagling. They're both Boris clients and blah, blah, blah. And Chris Young apparently it appears, did some magic behind the scenes to make that happen. We'll see. They have a couple weeks now, or maybe not even a couple weeks. They've got to sign by a certain time. If not, then, that kid may go to college. Who knows? But I think he was committed to Clemson or signed with Clemson. Anyway, so there's still some things to be ironed out over the next couple of weeks as far as that's concerned. And then the trade deadline's coming. So it's kind of a busy time for, baseball to kind of have these last few headlines before Cowboys training camp starts. So yeah, it's some fun stuff to follow as far as the Rangers are concerned. I'm interested to see how they'll, start the second half. It's a brutal road trip, Miami and then for one game and then a 3-city West Coast trip. So I mean, it's a long stretch. I will
Oh
not
my
be on
God.
that trip. Thank God.
You're not a part of that one at all.
Nope. I'll be back
That's fine.
August 1st, which is my birthday.
It is your birthday. You'll be on TV on your birthday.
I will be. I thought about taking the day off, but I'll just be coming off 2 weeks off. So
Yeah, it's kind of fun. Yeah, maybe you'll get a special Gatorade bath for your birthday.
maybe Rangers captain would bring me a
Coward. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting. So that's kind of what's going on in Rangers world. All-Star game happened. Can't tell you I watched it, but I know
I watched it just kind of casually. They did some fun stuff, mic'd up, like it was fun. It was fun to see Martin Perez out there. It was fun to see Corey Seager out there, the home run derby, all that kind of stuff. I like the MLB All-Star game. I think it's fun. I think it's entertaining. They continue to kind of try to trick it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Miking the players up, and then
I think that stuff's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and you can get away with it in baseball. And so anyway, it's nice to see them trying to continue to try new things, to increase interest in the sport.
Yep.
So anyway, yeah.
I have in here to ask you about the Tech football stadium.
Okay. So what do you mean?
Those crazy plans about what they're going to be building.
I know.
It looks insane.
It's amazing. And there's lots of drama going on with the Tech football program right now.
Okay. Is that the cactus thing?
The cactus thing. Yep.
Please explain this to me. I mean, it is technically something
from what I can gather, I get a text from our head football coach, from Joey McGuire, last night that was like, he sent me a cactus emoji and said, "Wreck 'em, please." And I was like, I don't understand what is happening. And I'm like, I'm so confused. So he sends me a couple tweets or whatever. And I love Joey McGuire. I love the hire. He's a first-year head coach for us. And I totally dig him. And I've known him forever. And so I started kind of going down this rabbit hole, but I didn't have a ton of time. Went out to dinner last night. Anyway, apparently somebody from TCU made a comment to somebody else or publicly that Lubbock is in the middle of the desert and who would want to go there, blah, blah, blah. If you aren't aware, Texas Tech fans, and I can say that because I am one, we get real defensive real easily when you start talking about our town and all that kind of stuff. So I guess that's where the whole cactus thing started. I love Tech. Everyone who goes there loves it. I mean, I think everyone loves where they went to school, right? Like you have pride in
you give them a lot of money.
Yes. Yes. Personally gave them a lot of money. I mean, not like my friend Cody Campbell, who is like giving a shit ton of money to do the stadium and to help do the stadium and then pay players. I mean, now it's the way of the world. But anyway, so that riled the fan base up, and then adding to it, TCU is selling single game tickets for like every game except the Tech game. They won't sell season tickets or single
game. I saw that on Twitter too.
So and of course my husband went to TCU. We have season tickets to TCU football. I don't have any. I love Sonny Dykes. He's a good friend of mine. So for me, it's just funny. I think it's hilarious. I think it's a little, I don't think it's a good look for TCU to do that. You know what I mean?
But the one I saw that was like defending it, it was like, we only have so many people at this whole entire school, and these people want to come in and like take all of those spots.
Right. But so you're going to not sell them, period? Like you're going to,
I don't know. Are they waiting till a certain point?
Who knows? I just think it's ridiculous. I mean, and let me tell you something. And then that, again, Tech fans get butthurt really easy, and they're going to find ways to go and be there. I mean, I just think
they'll all be tailgating. They'll all be like clinging on.
It'll be a total S show. But I always like joke about, with my husband, I'm like, oh, y'all, you and your little private school classmates,
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's fun though, that's kind of a new rivalry that
it really is. And it is a ton of fun. I mean,
so
Tech has not fared well in recent years. So I'm hoping that turn around a little bit.
So one thing I've gathered out of this conversation is that you were good friends with both Joey McGuire and Sonny Dykes.
Yes.
And so maybe we need to have them both on together and talk about football.
At the
Or
same time.
talk about their rivalry and the cactus and how
Well,
fun.
I mean, they
Wouldn't
have
that be
they've
fun?
only experienced it from the outside, right? Because they're both first year.
Exactly. I
Sonny,
think that could be a really cool like just
Yeah.
first year head coaches at these big schools. I don't know if they want to come on the mom game, but
No, I think they absolutely would. I don't know that.
Yeah.
I don't think it would. I don't know if it would make sense,
to have them together.
but we could definitely get them separately.
Or like a 10 minutes maybe with each one, but do it on the
Yeah.
same show.
Yeah.
Something like that. That'd be
Like it,
cool.
like it.
Ahead of college football season, which is coming quickly. And you mentioned Cowboys. I didn't realize Cowboys training camp is like in 5 days.
Next week. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's crazy. So we'll see. We can all talk way
so
too much about
Texas-
the Cowboys every day.
My little alma mater is just shaking things up, and
I love it.
they're all over the place. But yeah, it's fun. I mean, listen, and every fan base has its quirks or whatever. And I mean, I'm not here to say like we're, the best fan base in the world, but we are very, very passionate. And sometimes if people go over the top with it, but I'm a proud Red Raider, and
I know that.
and I love to see the fact that we're going to have facilities that are going to compete with anyone in the country. They're stepping up in the NIL game. I dig it. I dig it.
I love it.
And we're ruffling feathers on social media while the TCU fans clutch their pearls and can't believe.
Look at her. She just has to talk a little shit on the way out as we move out. Sports.
These
Sports.
Dude, just can't believe it. Goodness. It's not how we handle ourselves at Texas Christian University.
Right? I know.
No, I have so many TCU friends. Obviously, I'm married to a freaking horn frog, but yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's fun. It's fun to kind of stir the pot a little bit.
Yeah. I know. And I'll just be an outsider looking in. I kind of
Yes.
wish I was on one side or the other of anything in Texas, but it's definitely fun to follow along with.
Okay, let's do some feed talk. Feed.
Yes. What's on your feed today? There's a lot that's been all over the feeds lately. This is brought to you by our friends at Bottle Rover. Bottle Rover basically is a alcohol delivery service where they deliver whatever kind of booze you want straight to your door. It's super simple. You download the app, get it on your phone, you click on something that looks good, and it arrives. It's super fun, super easy, and they are local and they're supporters of the mom game. So of course we want you all to support them because you are therein the process supporting us, and we can all have fun together with our booze that has been delivered. A couple important things about it: $50 minimum order gets you free delivery. So if you're going to do it, order a couple bottles of wine and you get that delivery for free, which is amazing. We all know right now with the summertime, it's hot. You're going to need some extra cold refreshments, and you also have the kids home a lot. So it's a little bit harder to get out of the house and to go buy yourself those essentials, if you will. So make sure that you hit up Bottle Rover to do just that. And a big thank you to Bottle Rover for continuing to be our friend here on the Mom Game.
Thank you, Bottle Rover. We love you.
We do. So what's on our feed? So my notes on this are all over the place. A big engagement and a big wedding, Emily.
Let's talk about the big engagement first, because that's so fun. Our friend is getting married.
Yes,
Yay.
Tyler Sagan and his now fiance Kate Kirchhoff. They, I think, have only done one interview together, and it was right here on the Mom Game. So we should, you know what we should do? Because we know we're going to ask them on to be the official post-game show of their engagement.
Yes.
But maybe we should screenshot like them being on the show and say congratulations, and then in the caption be like, here's your open invite to come on the Mom Game, so it can be your official post-game show of your engagement.
Okay, and I didn't know, one thing I learned about that on the socials is that I didn't know that Kate and Natalie Buffett, Dak's girlfriend, are like besties.
They're besties, yeah.
I mean, like, talk about double date power couples.
I know. And
can you imagine when the four of them go out?
I know. It might be because of the guys, like somehow they met because they both were in this crowd, and then they hit it off. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
I think, but
But
they both seem really cute and sweet and nice and
adorable.
fun.
Yes.
And
How many women are so sad now that Tyler Sagan is off the market?
well, it's so funny. Like the stars tweeted about it, like which I felt like was interesting. Like
Yeah.
they posted all his like personal pictures or whatever from the engagement, but like all the comments are all these
Yeah.
like broken hearts and,
Devastating.
or guys saying like, thank God my wife can breathe, or like my
Uh-huh.
wife will quit bugging me about you now or whatever.
Well, and I mean, listen, he is so handsome. But the thing, he seems like such a cool, I mean, you know,
Yeah.
the limited interaction I've had with him, just a super like chill, fun dude. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So
He
yeah,
is. He's great. He's like he's so sweet with like our kids and
yeah,
Ryder's obsessed with them and all that. But yeah, I think Dallas has been a really good spot for him
I
for
love it.
no other reason than like he found his love here. But I think it was good just being in a laid back atmosphere for him where the media wasn't out to get him, you
Yeah.
know, like because that's where he came in a little bit guarded from Boston and having won a cup like in his third season. Um, I think he was hopefully pleasantly surprised with what it's like to play hockey in Dallas, and it's been a good spot. And I'm happy for him, you know, this point in his life as a friend and all of that. And
Yeah.
it'll be fun. My mom texted, she was like, "Do you think Ryder will be the ring bearer?" I was like, "No, I don't think
That's
so."
like
But,
that's like Hattie asking to be the flower girl in Joey Gallo's
I
wedding.
mean, come on, it makes
He's
sense.
not getting married, but she just
Yeah,
keeps asking if she's going to be the flower girl.
it makes sense to us. But no,
Also,
yeah, so
yeah, that's super exciting. I mean, the pictures were, of course, beautiful, stunning.
yeah,
I mean,
he
just,
must have had like I want to ask him all the questions. Like, did you have a
yes,
professional videographer,
sure.
photographer?
Yeah.
Like, she looked perfect for the occasion in a
course.
white outfit. Like,
Yeah,
we were on like the cliffs in Greece. Like, it was very dreamy.
it's insanity.
I
Well,
know.
congrats to Tyler and Kate. We are so excited for you, and we'll take a small portion of the credit for continuing to accelerate the love story with the
Exactly. I think we should.
Yeah.
The other one on my news feed everywhere is J Lo. J Lo and Ben got married in Vegas
How
spontaneously.
many times has she been married? And how long has she ever gone without having like a serious boyfriend or a husband?
I know.
How much time alone has she spent?
She's got to have a problem being alone.
Absolutely, which is
Yeah.
fine. I mean, more power to her. I guess I'm just kind of like, I mean, I think she's phenomenal. I mean, the woman looks effing amazing. She's so
Yeah.
talented, all that kind of stuff. I guess it's just like, I mean, and I guess it's just part of being a celebrity. But it's like, I mean, she just hopped from person to she just,
The A-Rod thing just ended.
oh
Like,
my
and they
God.
had all their kids together.
Those two together made me want to.
I know. Well, and then with Ben Affleck, like,
For some reason, I'm like, oh, I love Ben Affleck. I think he's so great.
I do too. But I also love Jennifer Garner, and I just wonder if and it sounds like the way their marriage ended was because he was going through like an addiction, like a
Yeah.
bad thing. And so then you're like, okay, moving on. This is the better thing for me or whatever. And this guy's got to figure it out. And all of a sudden he's married to J-Lo. I'm like,
Yeah.
ah,
Yeah, I don't know how great I would feel if my ex-husband
right?
J-Lo.
Like, I know.
It's
And
like immediately you're just like, well, I give up. But
what
I mean, maybe she's crazy. I don't know. She seems really nice. I mean,
I know. And like,
can you
seems like-
imagine people just like making assumptions about you? They have no fucking clue who you are, but they're just like, I mean, maybe she's probably crazy. That's why she's been married so many times. You know what I mean?
I know.
Totally unfair. It's totally unfair, but that's
totally unfair. But yeah, they got married in Vegas. Like, and she wore a dress from one of her movies, and they like had to get into the little chapel at the last minute. Like, it was all about to close, but they stayed open for them, and they had like random people witness it. It sounded very like spontaneous. And I didn't realize, because I was trying to read the story about it, and she's like got her own, like everyone now, like has her own blog. It's like on the J Lowdown or On the Low or something.
right.
And so in order to see the story, you had to like sign up for the blog, like you had to pay, So like, yeah, so everyone's doing.
Doesn't she have? I mean, does she not have enough money already?
I know. Like, can't you just tell us your engagement story
Right.
for free? Like us, the sad little people that like care so much that we want to hear about you getting married in Vegas and you're gonna charge us? Come on.
So did you pay for it?
No, but I saw screenshots of it. I got like
Work around, work around.
the workaround. Yeah, the cops are gonna be coming for me or
Oh,
something.
that's so-
But yeah, I just that was funny. That like I feel like came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, if they're happy, look, to each his own. If you're happy, if that does it for you,
Exactly.
if getting married 6 times, you got
And it also made me think about like, because it had been 20 years since they were together last.
yeah,
Like, can you like you're in and they had an interesting quote. It was like, we're totally different people now in 20 years. Like it made me think about 20 years ago, like you versus 20 years ago now. And if that same person like that you were in love with 20 years ago resurfaced, it's just weird,
oh, I hope
you
not.
know?
Yeah.
Because
I-
you
Yeah,
are
I
really-
can't imagine. I mean, I can't imagine being married to anyone that I dated in my 20s.
I know.
It was not
I
good.
think, like, we all just changed so much. So a lot of it's probably nostalgia, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, like I said, if they're happy, get after it. You want to get
Oh
married?
yeah, for
Go
sure.
to Chapel in Vegas for the 6th time. Kick ass.
She's a hot mama.
Oh my gosh, she's smoking hot.
I know. It's
Yeah.
not fair. It's not fair.
Yeah. That's why we find something wrong with her. I mean, maybe she's crazy. That's what I
Yes.
Or maybe nothing is wrong with her and she's a fantastic person. She's just chosen to get married multiple times.
It keeps it exciting.
Yep.
She's not getting bored with her
Nope.
love life. That's for sure. One other thing on our feeds, hopefully everybody's been seeing on our feeds is I wanted to tell people about the dub,
Oh yeah, for sure.
because
Out there. It's launched.
it's
Love
launched.
it here.
I've been trying to get it on everybody's feeds so they can see it and then they can click on it and be like, what's this? So this is a project that like the Mom Game is actually a part of. We're behind the scenes on this cool new project, the Dub Network, that is now launched. And it is 4 guys that we know and love, and we think everybody will know and love if they don't already. But we have a representative from each sport. In the DFW Metroplex, a former professional athlete, we have Kevin Minch, we have Craig Ludwig, we have Nate Newton and Isaiah Stanback, and we have Derek Harper talking about the NBA. So 4 guys that I feel like really needed a platform, and it's going to be really cool. It's been really fun to see how excited they all are about it. And to kind of be on the other side of something, helping to produce and promote and get the word out about something. But I'm assuming most people here are sports fans. So I think you need to go check out the Dub Network and have a listen.
Yeah, and I'm super proud of you. You have worked so hard to get this thing off the ground. I'm super, super proud of all that you've done, and
Thanks.
and I'm proud to be associated with it. I'll start pulling my weight here pretty soon, but I'm super, super proud of you and happy for happy for all those guys to kind of like have this fun, invigorating, platform. I feel like it has stirred the creative juices in them, and I think it's been fun to watch.
Yeah,
And they're
for
great.
sure. And you just get a whole different conversation when it's 2 athletes talking to each other.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah, definitely.
In a little like forward promotion next week, Derek Harper has on Jalen Brunson, which is going to be really cool. I think it's the first. I haven't seen Jalen like do an interview. Maybe he has in New York, but with a Dallas media person yet about that whole free agency craziness where like everyone in the world wanted to sign him. It seemed like so. So it'll be great to hear from Jalen Brunson, and you get to hear from him from none other than Derek Harper, which I feel like, honestly, I love our interviews, but like someone like that interviewing, it's just a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
So it'll be cool.
It's awesome. Yep. Check out the Dub Network. We're proud of it.
We are.
Okay. It's time to say goodbye. I do believe I'm starving. So I need to go eat.
We've got Hangry M.
Hangry Emily. Hangry, and I've got to pee. So this is a good time.
Yes. And a big shout out to 460 Realty. If anybody needs real estate in Vancouver Island, they are providing my office and my studio for the day. It's my brother-in-law and father-in-law's company. So thank you. I hope they haven't heard me say anything inappropriate while they're working, but it's been a good spot to join And I love
Awesome.
that we can do this while we're all traveling.
I know it. I know it. And next week, be sure to listen next week's show. It's so off the rails.
It's I think we should call it The Mom Game Has an Existential Crisis.
yes. I like it. I like it.
That'll be the name of it.
Okay.
All right, Em. Well, have a good week.
Okay. Have so much
And-
fun in Canada. And I will be on the beach.
Enjoy all your date nights.
Thanks. And then we'll circle back in a couple weeks. But check out
That
next.
sounds good.
Okay. All right.
Good. Adios.
Mom, get out.
Mom Game out.